As a manga reader, it feels surreal that the anime has finally adapted that particular scene. Yes, the moment from the trailer is finally here and we need to talk about it. So hello and welcome to Under YZ, my name is Soham and today we are going to talk about Attack on Titan Season 4 episode number 12. But before that, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to our channel since I do weekly anime and manga related content along with Attack on Titan reviews. With that being said, let's begin the video. Now, a couple of things to note here is that the pacing has somewhat improved in this episode because this episode adapts almost the entirety of chapter 110 and some parts of chapter 111. Obviously, one major incident has been removed here, and that is the conversation that Levi and Zeke have in the forest, and that will probably be accommodated in the future episodes. And a couple of scenes here and there have been removed, but overall the pacing was very smooth for this particular episode. Moreover, just like the last week, the naming conventions are a little bit weird this time around as well because this episode is titled Guides, but the chapter which this episode actually adapts is called Counterfeit, which was the name of the prior episode, and the chapter which was adapted in the prior episode was actually called Guides, so it's a little bit confusing here. But anyway, the scene begins with Armin, who is still having a conversation with the crystal of Annie, and he's discovered by none other than Hitch, a returning Hitch, and she's looking absolutely phenomenal here in season 4 of the anime. The anime has definitely done a very good job with her character design and everything. Now, after the initial discussion, they move out and they discover something very disturbing, and that is the fact that there's a huge mob which is protesting outside the military headquarters, and their only objective at this point is Eren's release. They are mostly a part of the organization called the Jaegeris, and this just goes on to show the brainwashing aspect of the series. I've talked about this thing numerous times in the past. I already have a dedicated video talking about this particular thing. You can watch it here. Basically, this displays the negative effects of brainwashing someone to ensure your particular goals being adapted here, and that is on display here in an even more sickening manner as the episode progresses. But before that, Mikasa joins in with Armin and they visit Commander-in-Chief Zach Lee because they are trying to request a permission in order to visit Eren in his prison cell. But they are denied here. However, he outright denies them because he believes that Eren is actually under Zeke's control. Moreover, a very important thing here is that Armin and Mikasa discover the torture chair that is currently in Zach Lee's room, and it is kind of implied here that he would have wanted to use this particular chair in order to gain information from Eren. We have to remember that Zach Lee is a very shrewd and cunning man. He has already used torches and all the other types of techniques in the prior seasons, so this is not something new for him, and he is obviously ready to extract information from Eren whenever he wants. But before anything else, the scene switches to Pixis, who is still talking to Yelena. At this point, we have to remember that all the people from Marley are currently in house arrest because of the suspicion for betraying Eldia. Now, Pixis is obviously not convinced by the statements that are given by Yelena here, and he's totally suspicious of her, even though she confesses the fact that yes, she went to meet Eren in a secret meeting, but her agenda was never to harm Eldia. Her actions have always been for the sake of Eldia, but Pixis is obviously not convinced by all of this. In the meantime, Hanji is actually meeting with Onyakopon, and he is totally not aware of the fact that Yelena had her own actions and mission here. He was totally not aware of these things. And after the initial conversation, Hanji is sure that he is not related to all of this, and as a result, she immediately releases him and all the people accompanying them from their house arrest. In the meantime, Armin and Mikasa leave Zach Lee's room, but at the very moment, 3 unknown members of the military police brigade enter his room. And unknown to all of this, the rebels, that is the Jaegeris, have already placed a bomb inside his torture device, and just after that, it goes off. There's a huge blast that destroys his office, and as a result of this, Zach Lee is immediately killed. His disembodied corpse lands just outside the building in the full view of the protesters, and then the sickening mentality of the protesters once again take place, and they dedicate their hearts and sing in unison, Shinzo wo Sasageo. This was really sickening, but this was very well implemented by the anime, and it just goes on to show the herd mentality here. Now, I obviously know that these people have been tortured and tormented for a very long time, so this was kind of their tipping point, and they were seeing Eren as their Masiha and their savior. So from a point of view, that is fine, but Attack on Titan as a series just portrays this particular emotion that there's nothing which is 100% right or wrong. There are obviously shades of grey. Now later that night, the military branches are having a discussion. They are discussing the current predicaments and what exactly they can do, and just then a soldier comes in and informs them that Eren Yeager has actually escaped from his prison cell. And then the iconic moment finally appears. You all have seen this thing in the trailer. Eren finally meets up with the Survey Corps members who are calling themselves as the Jaegerists. They were the people who were responsible behind Zack Lee's assassination, and they finally give Eren his iconic coat, and the scene finally takes place where Eren is wearing his coat. Now yes, granted, this particular moment is a little different from the manga and the trailer scene that we had seen before. Sure, it's fine, I'm not complaining or anything, this was really good. The color combinations and everything were looking really beautiful. The only problem which some people can have is that this is not a direct copy of the manga. He's kind of bending here and there, but it's fine. In my opinion, it's genuinely fine. This scene is looking really beautiful and the overall colors are looking absolutely phenomenal. This was the scene which we all were waiting for, the scene from the Jaegerists and Eren Yeager, who is finally taking his true forms. Shit is about to go down in the upcoming episodes, and that is absolutely true here because some very shady people are about to appear in the next couple of episodes. In the meantime, very weirdly enough, some scenes from chapter 111 are also adapted here. In the meantime, the three divisions of the military are having currently a meltdown because the differing factions have different opinions about the Founding Titan. Some basically want to kill them and have the Founding Titan being inherited by someone who is loyal to the military, and they are basically not able to come to a proper decision. But in the meantime, they have a visitor who is none other than Kiyomi, and she meets up with Mikasa in the meantime as well, who intends to protect Mikasa till the very end. And now they are about to head to a local restaurant because they have a suspicion about someone who is working from the Marleyan side of the soldiers, and all those things will be adapted in the next episode. So overall, this was a pretty good episode in my opinion. The overall animation was alright, it was not something extraordinary, but the scene of Eren had a really good background, I have to say that. So overall, I'm quite pleased by this episode, and I'm thinking that the Zeke and Levi moment will be given more screen time, and that is why it will be consolidated in the future episodes. So that's fine in my opinion, and we'll have to wait for more as well. But in the meantime, we obviously know that this series is going to have a continuation, maybe in the form of a movie or maybe in the form of a part 2 season. So that is going to be very interesting to watch. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please mention your thoughts in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more. This is WonderYZ and I'll see you soon in the next video.